recent death. I did like a nice little fun edit for it. But yeah, long story short, I walked in without my potion and fucking died. So that was great. Wait, what? Why is the command not working? Oh, there's a cooldown on it. It's just above Mogra. Alright. Cracking on then. She's playing Rogue, by the way. At least it has a melee weapon. Is it hits with melee weapons? It's close enough. It's like Rogue. It's like Barbarian Light. An acceptable class to play. Reasonable. Oh, I've not put my. I haven't put my. I took this out for testing. Where is it? Boink. Oh yeah, we're full of mistakes here today. Also, hey DB. Oh man. Everyone plays Barb. Best class in the game. Everybody's just figuring it out slowly, but we're converting people one at a time, lads. Oh, did a ring around the rosies then. Oh. This dungeon's mob placement debated me. I didn't see this thing here and I just threw a grab at it and didn't hit anything. What am I even looking for again? Fractured spirits, right? I'm just gonna head and skip those blood blisters. We don't really care about them. They were really scary, like, when the game first came out, and I just couldn't care less. Things feeling a little bit sticky. Go here. Moving on to the last Paragon board. Exciting stuff. Still trying to figure out whether I want to use Imbiber or if I want to use Might as my final Paragon glyph. Might 8% multiplicative damage, plus it increases the value of the blue and the yellow. No, not the yellow node. Sorry, the blue nodes within range. It can be pretty good depending on where you put it. But 8% multiplicative damage is kind of the main reason, right? So that's why we go for it. But Imbiber is like, what is it, like 100% additional additive damage when healthy, which is most of the time. Not too sure what that would equate to. Maybe like 20% damage multiplicative based on my current stat. So it's pretty good. And health potions heal a little bit more, which is whatever. Wrong way. Alright, where's the other guy? Can I grab him? Nope, that's not him. Come to Papi. Yoink. Have I tried Thorns Barb? Uh-oh. Nah, I haven't. It's kind of a meme here, Patton, because like DB here, it's been trying to get me to play Thorns for like since the game came out, and I've refused to. Okay, let me just say I must say what I always say. I don't like the idea of a build that revolves around me needing to get hit. I'm not a big fan of it. It's hardcore, and I feel like being hit is bad. Also, what if the enemy doesn't want to hit you? You're always getting hit? Not me, mate. Not me. Untouchable. Oh, I forgot my little blue orb. Taunt them. They really get riled up. But like, isn't it? Don't you guys, when you play Thorns, right? I know you have like abilities as in addition to Thorns that do damage. You have like, you know, a lot of Thorns builds run rend and stuff like that. But you know when like the Butcher decides to just start running around in circles, or when like a boss is like doing nothing, especially like Tomb Lord, when Tomb Lord sits there like doing bugger all. Like, what do you do in those situations? Or the, you know, like the Helltide boss, Kick-Ass or whatever he's called. Sometimes he just runs around doing, like, he's just running around, not attacking for 10 seconds or something crazy like that. I can just see it having, like, so many, like, it's like with this build, like, as fun as it is, it has, like, so many downsides. That it's, like, if you're not in love with the idea of the build, like, that's all you're gonna see, you know what I mean? Oh, Wrath. Oh, owie. Gib. You have the planner ready. Dude, you're gonna, by the time I get around to using it, you have to blow the dust off of it. How many of these guys are left? Oh, the last one? Yeah, sweet. What I'm going to do here is, as well, after I've done this boss here, I'm going to quickly put one of those prison meals in the microwave. And then I'm going to come back to another nightmare dungeon while it cooks. I say that with quotation marks. And then we'll watch the developer gameplay video thing that you guys were talking about earlier on. So I'm intrigued to see what's on that. Holy moly, this guy does not want to get CC'd. Alright. We'll just kill him straight up then. 3 spots. I need 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. I don't like that the screen goes really dark there. You know what I mean, guys? Like when the fucking boss dies and the screen just blacks out. Makes me feel like I'm passing out or something. Yeah, you're gonna use my name? You have to pay me royalties. And a copyright claim your video. Get it taken down. Get that out of here. I don't want to see it. Ancestral Force. 762 is the highest item tier weapon, item power weapon I got. That's bad. Well, this gear is not good. Excuse me. Let's quickly sell this.
Yeah, give it over.
Oh, I got a couple of rerolls as well. I'm gonna go gamble because I'm a filthy addict. I'm a filthy addict. I want to do this. I'm gonna stab some holes in it with a fork, probably because I don't trust the packaging itself, and also the recommendations to just leave it on, because I know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna end up blowing my microwave door off. Can you just can we please 4 mil? All right, I'm gonna quickly go do that. I will be back in just a minute. I'm going to go stick it in the microwave. Come back. We'll do one more dungeon before I eat. It's always been a dream of mine to eat in front of, 1,000 people. So let's see if we can make that come true. I'll be right back. Max roll? Do you know when it was published? Do another nightmare dungeon right quick. I'm not too sure, mate, but I've like tested with like the bleed expertise, and it seems to categorically work. Like, I would need you to be able to explain why my bleed damage goes up when I equip the sword technique while also already using a sword. If you could explain that, then I'd accept it, but until then, like for me, I'm gonna have to go by the tooltip itself, and also from my own experience. It is an early game though. Like if you go into if you get a really early game character, you can there's not much damage scaling difference. So like you won't get huge discrepancies in the data. If you're like level 20, right, and you have like all gray gear, and you hit an enemy with a flay, it will do like the same damage with a variance of like 10%, which is probably like 1 damage. But you can then put the sword expertise on and it will go up by like 5. So that's the thing. And it's like a number of like just kind of things that I have trouble getting my phone around. So I just read the word phone. There's like other things I have trouble getting my mind around. And as if you can't use the technique with the weapon type, why does it let you even pick it? First of all. And secondly, the tooltip itself says when using any weapon, like any weapon would include the weapon that this technique is. And I believe there would be like other ways to possibly test this if any of them, like for example, change your stats, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like they do, which is quite frustrating. So like for example, lucky hit chance is 10, not 10 there, it's 0. And if I equip this, it still stays on 0, which is really, it makes it even harder to verify. Dalkora smokes the chronic? I don't smoke anything, bud. But like, I'm very wary of things that like you read as well. Like even with like Max Roll specifically, Max Roll don't have an in-house barbarian, Nick. Like those guides are written by somebody who doesn't even play the class. So that's like another thing that you have to be wary of. And like if you look at their builds, like a lot of them are quite old at the moment. So you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, you know? Actually, there's the same with any information online. I'm not just like bashing on the Max Roll Barbarian information, but like generally speaking, nearly everything that a player or a content creator has released in a guide is for the most part an educated guess. Because there is no finite way to actually test anything in game unless you have access to like the code, right? You would need literal access to the code in order to know exactly how things work. So I could be wrong. They could be wrong. It's always best to go with like your best judgment. I hear a butcher. Oh, there he is. Alright, fat boy, let's fucking dance. Alright, I just got nutted. He's confused. He's drunk. The fuck? Where is he? Dude, stand and fight. What is he? Ooh. A mother's embrace? Goblin right around the corner. Oh, did I activate it? Oh, still, I can't see it. Where is it? Did it run away? Oh, it ran away, right? Big rupture, by the way. Boom. This is prisoner. And thank you, Mad. I try to. I try my best. Oh no, yeah, Nick. I'm completely open to being wrong. I just like I think just by like the dynamic of our conversation, I'm on the what's it? It's like the affirmative and the non-affirmative. You know what I mean? I'm challenging, I'm challenging what you're saying, right, to make sure it's correct. I'm not arguing, and I feel like sometimes that gets lost because of the way that we're communicating through text and through I'm talking, you're texting, right? Makes it hard to sometimes get the tone and the intent across properly. So I just want to make sure people, like, if I ever contest anyone here on anything, it's because, like, I want to make sure it's right, but, you know, I'm in a position where I'm usually having to take that stance in a conversation anyways, because of the way, like, the talking between a chat and a streamer works. No, he ran away, mate. Because there's always one with a butcher, and I haven't seen one yet, so I'm assuming he left. There is a lot of misinformation. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that I've never misinformed anyone ever before, because it's a learning process, right? We slowly unravel the mysteries of the game, sort of like day by day, and it's something that, again, it will always just be the guesstimate of the veteran, and we'll just kind of have to go with that as gospel until 2 weeks later, when it's like discovered that, oh wait, hang on a minute, you know, actually this is this way. Especially if you know, Blizzard continue to write ambiguous tooltips that don't make any sense or just actually lie. Well, Nick, if it's like something like like worth looking at, you can DM it to me on Discord, and then, like, I personally would love to take a look at it just in case it will help educate my like you know, my what's it called? My advice in the future. Oh, they won't respond. They never publicly even acknowledged that the Barber was broken. They just fixed it without saying anything. They didn't even say that they fixed it. They just fixed it. Like, it was like a ghost patch. And that was like huge. Like, you know, with the way it disabled like all lucky hit and all on hit effects for the Barbarian, and probably for most other classes as well. That was a huge issue. They never acknowledged it, and they didn't it wasn't in the patch notes, by the way. Like, nothing was in the patch notes about that, I don't think. I could have sworn you seen it in the Oh, I mean, we'll keep an eye out for that in the future, man. It probably just says that you can get it at level 15, though. I have a funny feeling I've seen the same one. And it just tells you that at level 15 you can like go see the Battle Master and unlock it. Wait, where is this? Wait, here? Shit. And unironically, Mad, I feel like that is the most likely thing. And they're kind of like unraveling their own spaghetti code and like figuring out why things are working the way that they are themselves. I'm absolutely 100% on board with that. There's a very, very good chance that that is the case. Right, we'll try my prison food in a minute. Because another thing as well, like with Diablo, with any Blizzard title that's being developed at the moment, you guys are probably familiar with like the whole Blizzard drama. Like it's been sort of over the last couple of years with like all of the sexual harassment stuff, so on and so forth. They've had such a huge turnover of like senior developers, and God knows how many like work from home developers who they ended up like losing due to the return to the office policy. There's probably like tons of systems that the game is currently running on that were designed by people who are not even working at the company anymore. So there's like the current dev team is like looking at this, trying to fucking figure out how it works themselves. Like I think there's like a lot of logic to that train of thought. Like, you know, like they left off where like with enough that you could finish the game, but not like fully understand all of the downstream interactions of certain mechanics. Right, let's go see how that prison food is doing. I wanna watch that. I wanna watch that. What's in my jig? YouTube. Right, Matt. Take what you can get. All right, where's the Diablo video? I think I'll have to just open up the Diablo 4. Are world bosses worth doing anymore? In my opinion, no. But you know, it's one of those things, right? You get some legendaries. It's kind of fun if you don't do them very often, and there are the mount bardings, but no, not really. Oh, bro, you know this is a good one when it has like, oh my days, boys. You know it's a good video when it starts like that. I gotta turn my VPN. One of the great things about living in Korea, age-restricted videos on YouTube actually stop you from being able to see them unless you have a Korean phone number, which I don't. So, all right, guys, this is going to be a banger. I can already tell. With a ratio like that, it's got to be good. I'm going to quickly grab my food. About this, lads. Check out the delicious food. Like someone took a shit in a plastic pot and sold it, but I'll give it a go anyways. Alright, let's pause my music a minute. I got a TV dinner. Worse. I think it's like quarantine dinner. This looks like the same food I got in quarantine, but hopefully I don't drop dead from eating it. Right.
Do we have any emotes?
I can taunt you.
Taunt me.
There are so many ways I can kill you.
That will be your last stupid mistake. I'm Deanie. I am a senior dungeon designer on Diablo 4.
Howdy.
Okay, so this is one of the designer dungeons. One of the dungeon designers. Hang on, the audio is a bit much.
I'm Josie, an associate designer on Diablo 4. What are we playing today, Deanie?
So today, I wanted us to play Belfry Zakara, because it is pretty cool. Belfry Zakara is a dungeon that you find on the coast of Hawazar. It's pretty cool, because it's the only dungeon that is got the kind of like Zac architecture going on, mixed with the lovely drowned themes all over the place, so it makes it like super unique and a super cool place to visit. So the tile sets are basically the look of, like, they're all the different like looks of the dungeons that we have in the game. You know, your standard caves or your crypts, or in this case these are like Cathedral of Light themed or Zakarum themed. Our dungeon artists have this really cool thing they can do where they can add themes to stuff to make it stand out. So we've got like gore.
It can add themes.
If we want like body parts and stuff like that, or like spider webs, things like that. This one, however, happened to get a drowned theme, and it is the only dungeon of its type in terms of art.
I think that actually the drowned match very well with the Belfry Zakara theme, just due to the fact that what we'll find later is there are bells going on in the dungeon, and so everybody knows that there are round bells.
It's just
and
spamming, lunging, striking, and not using any of her core abilities.
The church bells. It fits very well.
Are you telling me there are bells in this belfry, Zakara?
Yes.
All right, Josie, tell me, what do you do?
So it's a little bit of level design with procedural creation with the tiles, as mentioned previously. And then other times we're working with encounters or like adding little goodies on where to spawn shrines, as we currently see. And every now and then there will also be cursed shrines, and that's a fantastic event Deanie actually created.
I had help.
Oh, well, I mean, everybody has help. It's a collaborative.
Like actually
it's a collaborative job. People will create an initial
Watch her hand. Watch.
dungeon, and then another.
Hey. Press X, damn it!
Dungeon designer will come in and then wind up
You're full fury!
basically giving both critique, and then also will make it better from there, and they may.
Right, this. This is just. To be, yeah. It's pretty crazy though.
Hey, this was like the core of the original idea, and keep that, and then we'll modify it to fit.
It's hard and talk and play at the same time. I was just about to say, Donkey. Say what?
Standards for the rest of the game on making sure, like, hey, killing all these monsters in this area is too large, so let's actually shrink it a bit. But we still gotta go find another bell.
Yeah, we do a lot of play tests. So when someone has a dungeon ready, they'll be like, "Hey, can people play test my dungeon?" And we actually have standing meetings specifically for like when someone has something.
I would like to know who is playtesting the game. Like, are these like dedicated QA testers, or is it just these guys?
That they want to have play tested, and we'll all get together and like play test it, and then we have a
Oh, there we go.
board where we keep like feedback and stuff like that.
So here's the problem. Yes, they're talking, right? And they're playing at the same time. But like using your fury is not a particularly difficult thing to do. And yes, I'm a streamer, and I'm probably like, I'm probably privileged in like my ability to play and talk at the same time. But if they don't know their mechanics well enough to use their core skill, and they're the people that are like, they're not just designing but also play testing them to make sure they work properly, it kind of makes sense
like
that there's
notes
going to
or
be a lot
whatever,
of
and we'll talk about like
overlooked things that are for everybody else like immediately obviously bad.
What was good, what was bad, like what kind, like when we'd offer like suggestions on like things that could change.
Because they're using their stomp, they're using their jump, right? They're even using their ultimate. but they're not using Hammer of
things that
Ancients
could
at all. They're like
improve it,
allergic
stuff
to
like
it.
that. We try to involve as many people as possible. And then, like Josie said, usually at some point we tend to like swap designers on dungeons because collaboration is very important. And it also makes sure that, like, you know, if there's like bugs in the dungeon later, pretty much anyone can solve the bug because everyone is familiar.
I'm just loving it. I can just see it being
so
pressed
it
like
makes the process go a lot
bap.
smoother. Ooh, conduit shrine.
Oh, this is one of my favorite shrines. I love hopping around. And there's a bell. Okay.
Smash it. Smash it. Oh, you
These
did
are
smash
really awkward as well. Like, they're taking developers who have probably like never really had any camera time and then asking them to do an interview while also playing the game. It is a bit
Fine.
mean.
Smash it without me. See if I care. I think the biggest challenge for this one was actually more art making it look good.
She's saving Fury for D5.
But there were. I mean, some of it's also just like, you know, making sure it still like fits within like the area that it's in, and trying to find spots for those really big bells. Like we had to make sure that like those fit, you know, and making sure that usually our biggest challenges are trying to like reduce like backtracking as much as possible.
Yep.
They've not done a very good job of that, have they? A lot of the dungeons are absolutely chock full of fucking, absolutely chock full of stuff. I've got a paragraph there. All right, let's go.
Because I know it's the biggest headache that everyone has, so we're always looking for ways to improve that kind of stuff.
So, Vinny, how did you wind up going into game design?
Oh gosh, that's a long and storied question. I actually kind of always wanted to be a game designer. Like it's been kind of my dream since the days of Nintendo. You know, back in like the 80s, you know, game design was kind of a like you had to know someone kind of thing.
Getting blasted
So,
here.
I ended up giving up on that initially and went to school for architecture instead. Got through most of an architecture degree, realized this is really not what I wanted to do, and then game design.
By the way, what is the point of this video? Like, what are we actually learning? Adventure with a dev, Belfry. You go deep dive fight. Like, I've just realized that I'm not 100% sure what exactly we're supposed to be learning from this. Is it like... I mean, it could be 8KD, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions there. But I just don't understand the purpose of this. Like, from like a very... They're trying to humanize devs, you reckon?
Place, so I hopped into one of those.
But I feel I actually genuinely feel bad for these guys here, like, because like for all I know, right? These are just people who love their job, right? And they've been put on a pedestal, had a spotlight shined at them, and then put in front of one of the most angry gaming communities that I think currently in circulation. And they're just gonna get fucking.
I went to a...
I mean, as a content creator, when I get pushback, when I get like kickback, when I get hate or anything like that, I'm much more used to it than I think these two are. And even so, it still bothers me, right? If I get absolutely fucking chastised on a video by like a majority of the comments are like, you're dumb, you're stupid, what are you talking about, yada yada yada, right? It does affect me. These are not content creators. This has probably had a very negative effect on their mental health. Because they're just been... And I guarantee, right, people have been absolutely fucking shredding them on, like things that they shouldn't be. It's like... Okay, so... And I want you guys to be aware, like, I am absolutely not... I will not stand for, like, people taking the piss out of, like, the way other people look... their life choices or anything like that, right? You know, talking about them as like game developers, and I bet they've been getting attacked personally like fucking crazy. I cannot, like, this one here, exactly the dev team I imagined. Like, there's probably a lot of personal attacks in here. I don't even need to go through them all.
a school for game design.
But I may not be able to
learned
find one, but you guys, you've been on the internet for more than 5 minutes. Like, you know.
the basics that I needed to know. Got myself an internship somewhere, and then the rest is history.
Nice.
So how about you, Josie? How did you decide that this was the thing that you wanted to do? Make dungeons full of monsters?
Funnily enough, I actually also went to a college of architecture, but underneath there, they actually had a visualization program, which included game design because, long story short, gaming software actually evolved from
Exactly,
architecture
shorty.
software with like 3D rendering and whatnot. And so there, under their game design program, I was able to pick up a part-time job as a game designer, initially thinking I wanted to be an artist, but over time I just fell in love with being able to design things and like putting things together. And
I
player
think you're right
interaction,
though. This is kind of
really
just like
focusing
they're
on,
trying to
like,
humanize the
experiences,
developers so
making
that
levels
people
and
start
environments
like
that people
I don't know. They're trying to like
I feel so like elated.
I
just
don't
due
know.
to the
Try and not and appear as like a big conglomerate, like multi-billion-dollar company, but
fact that being under NDA for so long, which granted I haven't been on this project as long as Dini has, but being able to finally be able to tell friends like, oh hey, here's the game, go try it, and like tell me what you think, and being able to see
you probably don't want to do that.
everybody just so happy with it and taking critique and like responding
oh, hang on.
able to see everybody just so happy with it, like tell me what you think, and being able to see everybody just so happy with it and taking critique and like responding to it as fast as we can, just overall loving to hear people boast about it, and getting to basically flaunt like, hey, this is what I've been working on for the past long while.
My wife's family is huge on Diablo, so it's been a lot of them like asking me like where everything is and like where all this stuff is hiding, which I'm like, well, I can tell you about the dungeons. It's about as far as I get. No, it's been pretty cool.
There's
though.
no
Like,
secrets in Diablo. Let's be honest.
They don't often get together to play games, so they've got like a Discord server going, so it's kind of cool like watching them all like go
really
through
sweet.
and actually get together and like play the game together and stuff. So it's been kind of a mini.
Yeah, maybe they know where the cat. Maybe they designed it. I don't know if they'll know how to unlock it. A car designer should probably be proficient at driving cars. I kind of agree with that, Commodomets. I don't know if I'm saying that. Come on, Domets. That sounds like a naughty word. I don't know, mate. But like, I definitely agree that the developers should have some like pretty good foundational knowledge of the game that they actually that they're making, like the product that they sell. There's nothing worse than like a salesman who doesn't know what he's talking about. I know they're not selling it, but it would help them, I believe, build a better game if they played it like on a regular basis themselves and were at least like past the point of just spamming A.
Family bonding moment.
I think the other thing is like this game is so expansive that initially I was thinking, oh, I worked on it for so many years, I'm not.
Because like for things like Chunky, like for things like they if they create the dungeons, they kind of need to understand like player flow, like player combat, like what kind of angles feel good, what kind of angles feel bad. Like for example, I have like a real issue with Steel Grasp right now where it gets caught on about 90% of terrain. So things like these theme assets that they were talking about here, these cause enemies to get stuck on them all the fucking time, which is a real pain in the cock, right? And if they had played like Steel Grasp or they knew this, that like they probably wouldn't have had so many protruding things.
Play it as much
Just as
whenever the game fully releases, but I've been pleasantly surprised.
example.
Like the game is so expansive. Like while I've worked on dungeons, the overworld alone, like there's so much content there.
Hang on.
Like while I've worked on dungeons, the
Right.
overworld alone, like there's so much content there, and there's so many other dungeons I just haven't worked on. There's always content to go look forward to and playing too.
So we're at the drowned sea hag. As you can see, she's quite the lady, and she loves making your life miserable.
Well, this is only World Tier 1.
Yeah, she leaves puddles on the ground that you have to make sure you don't step on or get pushed into by the waves rolling by. Like that.
She was actually the big boss of the BlizzCon demo back in, what was it, 2019 or whatever, when we announced the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
She was what everyone fought. We had this like cool sequence with a cave that was like flooded, and you had to like drain the water, and you'd find her at the end or whatever.
So I can't remember the name of this designer, but
she is one of many.
I'm seeing mechanics. I'm seeing rotations. That we got shadow imbuement.
She is also one tough SOB.
I remember the vampire boss being also quite difficult.
Bro's being carried. This is funny.
Cool as well.
Oh, Bloodsucker. Alright, can you stop and let me hit you, please?
We got her nearly halfway. There we go.
That's good. I'm running out of I'm running low on health potions. I gotta get more. I feel like I am average at games. I don't know. It kind of depends. Like one of the cool things about our dungeon group is that we all kind of have like different games that we like.
This is rough. They keep alternating like the camera and player, so you don't know who's playing who. But I know who's playing the barbarian.
Good at versus not good at, or like, you know, some of us are a little more casual, some of us are a little more hardcore, and it's kind of cool because then we can try and find this like balance between all of our stuff, to make sure.
I mean, if that's true, then that's fine. Like if they have like the barbarian play here, like just spamming A all the time, but then they actually have like other people who are like relatively good at the game by like non-Blizzard standards, like by like generic people's like understanding of a good player. Maybe it's not so bad, but that's not what we're seeing here.
Everyone is having a good time regardless of whatever their like their gaming preferences are. It's kind of a nice dynamic to have, especially when you're making content. If everyone has like the same temperament towards the games they like and how they like to play them, well then everything ends up one note. But when you have designers with different opinions,
kind of is a little one note though, isn't it? Like a lot of people are complaining about that.
You know, find the balance between what everyone likes, make the appropriate compromises, and then more people get to have fun with your stuff because you're trying to cover more of your audience. Yeah.
And we beat the boss!
I really want to make a fanfare, but it's the wrong genre, so. Do we have any emotes?
We have...
I can say hello.
I can taunt you.
They don't even have Wings of the Creator.
There are so many ways I can kill you.
Alright, fine.
Wait, did
be your last
did I have them mixed around, or did they swap?
Well, thank you, Dean, so much for playing.
Wait, did I have them the wrong way around?
I know.
Is this the barbarian player? Is this the rogue? Oops. Wait.
We do this on a daily basis, but this is a special occasion.
Wow.
Because we've got friends this time, and they got to experience.
Left was barbarian. Didn't they refer to themselves as an average gamer? Oh no.
This with us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing our game. We're loving all the positive feedback from it, and it helps keeps us going and make more stuff for you. And there's plenty of more stuff to come.
I don't know about that. So.
Thank y'all so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. I mean, my takeaways here are that I don't understand what this video is even for. And it seems like it seems like intellectually dishonest. Like they're talking about how positive the feedback's been and how they appreciate all the positive feedback, yet the video's been ratioed so fucking hard. Like it's like, and I don't think this is like unique to that video at all. Like anything, like maybe Rax's isn't that bad. But I feel like specifically like Diablo themselves have probably been getting absolutely fucking roasted on every video they release. I've not even seen this one, got ratioed. So it seems dishonest to like try and frame the game as if it's like receiving praise left, right, and center. And again, it seemed like just a completely random video that didn't seem to make any sense whatsoever, and was just basically a crucifixion of the two art developers there, or artists, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to term them as. But it just seemed like literally a public execution. They just got fucking put up on stage and had their heads chopped off. Because they're going to get absolutely fucking roasted. That was an interesting watch, though. I feel bad, though. Like that was so bad. It made me feel for him. I mean, I feel like the game itself is well designed aesthetically. Like it's like the game is great. Like I just don't understand what the whole thing was about. I don't know, maybe they're just trying to showcase like one of the game's stronger suits. I know, Nick. I know, Nick. Like the devs on PoE like actually complete like the hardest content in the game. Like they're like really good at their own game and have like a very deep understanding of it. I'm 100% with you on that one, because like Path of Exile was like made by ARPG players, like, right, wasn't it? Or like it's very much run by them. Alright, what do I got in here? Yeah, that was a very peculiar video. I don't understand the purpose of it whatsoever. Inner calm. I didn't read any of the comments actually. I was gonna do that. I want to have a quick look at peruse of the comments. I want to see what people were saying about it actually, because I feel like there might be some. Wait, what? Where did it go? It's kind of funny that like Diablo 4 doesn't. It's like not even remotely close to like the top of the recommendations. But when you type Diablo 4 in, this videos. The more videos that you release, the more I truly realize now Blizzard's beyond saving. Weekend at Blizzard's. Could you please hire someone that can design randomized dungeons like the Nephilim Rifts or Greater Rifts? Maybe contact someone in the former Dev Free team. Blizzard died when Activision bought it. So there's nothing really of substance being said there. People are just angry. I mean, it is true. The video say made up. Way they play the game and the video is also made up. Nobody plays like that. It's very obvious that they don't understand ARPGs at all. So I guess that's like one. That's like that is like a valid complaint there. Like shows that they don't have like. They have like the most basic understanding of the game that they can't even play it like even a little bit while talking. Imagine if a car company did a commercial for a newly released car. Actually, this is what this is what was it? Who was just saying this? Literally using the car analogy. Command, right? Command was just saying this. Imagine if a car company did a commercial with a new release car and the people they chose to drive the car didn't have a license and repeatedly crashed the car and then chose to release that commercial. That's funny. That is true. These are probably the most hardcore players at Blizzard. They did an amazing job of making every enemy as annoying as possible in this game, of making it look like they were, at least. This is also another thing as well. Like they said, oh shit. They said that they were like conscious of designing, like make sure there was no backtracking yet. Basically, every single dungeon has backtracking in it. And not the fun kind. Or not like even like subtle kind, like some like horrendous backtracking. Like dopamine tunnels, for example, you basically like you end the dungeon on a gigantic Y junction. And if you go the wrong way, you have to then come all the way back, go up, back, and you have to do the fucking thing 4 times, man. D3 backtracking. D3 had randomized dungeons though, so I guess like there was like, you know, there's pros and cons, right? These dungeons aren't randomized. They're practically set in stone. There's like 4 variations of every dungeon, and they basically terminate in the same way. So most people are pretty pissed off that they can't play the game at all. I definitely understand that sentiment. I mean, if they're just like responsible for drawing stuff, then maybe it's not like super important. But if they're actually designing the layout of the dungeon, that's pretty important that they at least understand how the game works. Yeah, true, Wild Coop. Unfortunately, that is true. D4 is designed to make you waste time. After watching Actman's video, a lot of you guys I think have probably watched it, right? It does give you that impression. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Actman's influence in chat today. It was a good video. I watched it this morning, but it does seem like some of it is by design. But then again, like after seeing this, I can oopsie daisy. I can kind of understand why it's bad. If if the people designing the layout of the dungeon if they don't play ARPGs, if they've never played ARPGs before, it's very possible that they just didn't take this into account when they made them. Because it seems like a pretty general theme here that people are really quite well, let's say passionate about having devs that can play the game, because everyone is like basically tearing them apart for how bad they are, more so than anything else. The best marketing video for Path of Exile ever. Yeah, for me, I think it kind of boils down to whether or not like they are designing the dungeon layouts or anything that has like a substantial impact on gameplay. Because if they are, they need to have a better understanding of the game. Because it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like it's like designing roads but not knowing how to drive a car. You know what I mean? It's exactly that. It's like literally designing an interstate, like highway, but not knowing how to drive a car. Like it's massively important. If they're just making the walls look pretty, like that's fine, right? That doesn't matter in that case. If that's all that they're doing, whatever. Power to them. They don't need to play the game to know how to like make a really cool looking boss model, for example. But yeah, I mean, if you're literally making the dungeons, like you're deciding where the monsters are going to be, because they said that, right? The size of the rooms, the monster placement, pylon placement, stuff like that. You abso-fucking-lutely need to know how to play the game. 100%. No question. They do have 3 previous titles. I think you could probably count the people from a previous Diablo game that are working on Diablo 4 with one finger. I need an XP pot. Shit almighty. That was close. I am frozen. Famous authors are dead and their books still persist. The info in design literature is still there. It is. They're not using it. I feel the same way. Like there are like annoyances in the game that I feel like they learn. There's like what's the word I'm looking for? There's like design in this game that people don't like, right? I wouldn't call it a mistake, but I would say like poorly designed like elements of the game that they made in Diablo 3 the same mistake and fixed it and then went back and made it again. And I don't know what the cause is for this. Maybe it's like a poor handing off technique between previous like prior employees and new employees. Whether it's like intentional, whether they do it to like, you know, pad analytics, like player retention, player time, because people have to spend more time in the game circumventing and working around these like really like annoying pain in the ass things. Did that not work, Joan? Let me have a look at that, mate. Maybe I messed up that command. I just added that command a little while ago, buddy, so let me check that real quick before you go. And just to make sure it's up and running. I might have messed something up there, to be honest with you. I mean, I like the game, like, but like when I'm talking about Diablo, guys, like we're on a sort of negative, well, it's hard. Like we're criticizing the game right now, but don't get it twisted. I do like the game. Let's have a look. Where are my chat commands? There they are. It's not a capital R, mate. Sorry, it's a lowercase r. I'm just gonna change it to a capital now. All right, save. Let me test that now. There you go. There you go, Dronecast. I hope you're still here, mate. There you are. Glad we caught that. All right, sweet. Moving on. Nick, you know what a great fucking example of that is, Nick? A fucking, like, probably the best modern day example of somebody thinking they can reinvent the wheel better. The Witcher. The Witcher, I've never seen something sink so quickly. Like, even the, like, fucking, mate. The Witcher Season 3 made me want to gouge my eyeballs out. Have you seen Disney Star Wars? I actually haven't. I don't think I've seen like any of the new Star Wars. I've probably done myself a bit of a blessing there, haven't I? Oh, wait. I mean, Uber, I don't want to like... Maybe you'll like it. But, bro, I really liked Season 1. I thought Season 1 was done fantastically. Season 2 was like, yeah, okay, right, well, maybe. And then after the Cavill news... I was like, man, I don't know if I should watch Season 3. I did. It was worse than I could have imagined. Oh, Seinfeld. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, my dude. Appreciate it. There's just so much wrong with it. Not everything is as it seems. Like, the fucking, like, the spoon feeding of the story. The complete departure from the story being, like, about Geralt at all. Every 5 minutes being some like epic girl power win over Geralt. It's like, it's okay. It's like a once in a while thing, but it became the whole fucking story, man. It just made me cry. Then you've got like Geralt. I won't like without like doing any like spoilers, but it's like Geralt's like doing stuff he'd never do, acting in ways he'd never act. The CGI, the acting, and the like, just the general scripting of like the episodes just seemed like it was done by a college student. It was cringe. I can understand why, Nick. Like, and like did you like? There was like a post where like one of the showrunner just said like they were glad that Henry was gone because his like passion for playing Geralt was annoying. Like his his over enthusiasm for playing Geralt was annoying. Like you had an A-list Hollywood actor who was like passionate and extremely knowledgeable on like the topic matter of his character, and that was annoying. Brain dead writer take. I've not seen much news on the Warhammer show, West. Do we actually know what it's going to be? Like, is it going to be like an actual, like Warhammer 40k type TV series? I've heard like conflicting things that it's just going to be like a show about like the models, but then I've been hearing things that it's going to be like an actual show. I'm not too sure what to believe. I mean, I won't Welcome. I won't try and front. I only played the games, man. But like the first season was the closest thing to the games. Everything else, like I said, season 2 was like because you could kind of see it slipping. Like with like the absolutely colossal focus on Ciri and all this like wild bullshit that never happened ever. I was like, right, well, this is a clear departure from the stuff I'm familiar with. And then, I got into season. I couldn't watch it, man. I think I have like 2 episodes to watch. I'm just not putting myself through that. Oh, Les, bro, this isn't all me. I got raided today twice. But thank you, man. Yeah, we got a big dick stream going on here at the moment. Is season 2 worth it? I probably would say no. Like, honestly, because it starts to go downhill. And you don't really want to... I wouldn't recommend, like, over-investing in it because season 3 is so bad. The more you've watched prior to it, it'll make you angrier. Like, basically, The Witcher went from season 1 Game of Thrones to season 1 8 Game of Thrones in just, like, 1 season. I tried the Rupture build the same as you, and I can't progress past 80+. Now I changed Rupture for Wrath of the Berserker. It was level 95 at the time. I don't know what to do better. Well, I'm still figuring out that myself, mate. This build is pretty brand new, like, for me. Anyways, this is... I mean, it's not an original concept, but it's something that I've just been like putting together as I level. So there's still a lot of work to do. And though I'm pretty confident in its ability to do a tier 100. Then again, I've done tier 100s. Maybe it's a little... I might be carrying the spec a little bit further, perhaps, in that regard. Hard to say. Nice. Pretty good. Oh, I can't hold any of this. Weapon Master, 41. Nope, nope, nope. I'll just leave. Won't try thorns. I'm sorry, DB. One day, mate. One day. Okay, this doesn't look like a good loot drop. 794, crit vulnerable, low rolls, strength, nah. No thank you. And crit. Rings. Crit chance, 3%. Crit damage, physical damage. 1 rank of wallop. Okay, none of that's any good.
Sometimes the best defense. I'll take it off your hands.
I'm centering a lot of this build around Rupture, so it's going to be pretty hard for me to drop. I'm going to have to do this. Good one. Garen Hold. Not my favorite, but I'll take it anyways. Take care, Marvel, mate. You know, I watched the first season of The Mandalorian, but I've been told that season 2 and stuff, like, they're not even like following the Mando anymore. Is that true? Is that another thing that's kind of gone the way of the dodo? Oh yeah, never ever never said a bad thing about the way Diablo looks. Except from the skins, actually, Leverus. I think the skins in the store, like, they're far too basic for their price. I either need to make them more awesome or make them less expensive, one of the two. I've never once bashed Diablo for the way it looks. It's a really good looking game. It's good overall. That's good to hear, because I was thinking of getting back into it. I haven't watched it in a little while, but kind of getting to that point where I'm thinking of working back around to it. The Book of Boba Fett. I think I watched that. But it was like discount Mando, like discount. It was like discount The Mandalorian. Jesus Christ, mate! This place is lit up like a Christmas tree. Holy shit! I believe so, Leverus. Yeah, I've seen that. Oh, I've seen teasers for it. Is it not already out? I thought it was. I gotta find and destroy the idols. Wait, what am I trying to do here, boys? I'm like trying to read chat and just running into a wall. Streaming hard. Oh, that's pretty good loot, though. I'll take that. Right. Frost Demise. I like that dungeon. Are those the directors on the Disney Plus series, Ventriloquist? I'm not familiar with the names, but enough leveling, Tan? No such thing, mate. Keep going, keep going. One more, one more. Just one more level. where's the boss? Wait, where is it? Oh, there you are. I'll take it. One more idol. This is the one that's at the door. Whoa, I'm lagging out. Lightning Sorks are tanky? Don't tell Blizzard. There's a champion here. 2 champions. Holy mackerel. Wait, that was the world's biggest rupture. That was filthy. I hate these Maraca playing twats. Yeah, Sork and tanky, just it sounds like a backward statement. What is this? Opposite land? I got it? Oh, I don't got it. Get the fuck out of here. Also, I really do hope they can sort out this goddamn server issue soon. I don't like playing with like 100 ms and having my character lag out all over the joint. It's stressful. Oh man, that was a lot of fallen maniacs. I just tanked that one on the chin, bro. Let's have a look now. Gotta find Sorlim. Hello, mate. What keeps you fortified? I'm using Warbinger. It's a legendary node on the Paragon board. In early game, I'd use Numbing Wrath. That's what I'm using. Yeah, that's all I've got. Like, no other secret source to it, just that one thing. I find it's way more than enough. Oh, stop leaving the pools, bro. I don't have a rupture, so I just got to wait for him to die. God damn it. Yeah, it's funny, that boss is better at not standing in the red pool than like half of the raiders I used to play with in WoW. Unless I have enough for a reroll. Can't wait to waste some money. It's like 4.5 mil a reroll now. It feels bad. Okay, any good one-handers? 786? Nope. Necklace? Nope. Okay.
This will be nicely.
All right, we're going for the Giga roll. 17 mil for a roll, DB. Yikes. Yo Pipu, it's called Warbinger. It's on the Warbinger Paragon board. Like legit. Warbinger here, there it is. Warbinger. On the Warbinger Paragon board. It's a really good board. It's one you definitely want to get. Wait, who do I need to go see again? Oh, the occultist. You're welcome, mate. Anytime. Enchant item. Alright, 4.4 mil and fucking scammed. 5.2 mil next. Yes. I love wasting my gold. Frost's demise. Death pulse. That's sketchy. Vulnerable resist. Ah, fuck it. It's a good dungeon. Who cares? I'll just do it anyways. Did they die? Oh, they did. Max life's a fucker to get. It's one of the rarer things on the piece of gear. $5.2 mil for my next reroll. Jesus Christ almighty. Vulnerable resist is a little annoying. Kill the construct first. At least try to. Well, that's gonna hurt, boys. Woo! Oh my. Oh my. They got my potion. That's the first time I've had this guy procced. Jesus Christ. Wow. Without potions? I mean, I'd do that on a whirlwind barbarian. But the thing is, I could just cheese it, right? Like, as fun as that sounds, I would just cheese it. Oh, man, that sucks, dude. Damage reduction while injured. Oh, dude. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good either. Never do Death Pulse. I will always do Death Pulse. My Tesla coils are huge. How close am I to doing that? Not very close at all. What have I done? It's like I don't have Ghost Walk, right? So when that happens, I get kind of pooped on. Wait, do I have? No, I think I do have Ghost Walk. I just didn't have Iron Blood up. Iron Warrior. Rise Up, you love it. You talking about? Actually, just Death Pulse with Whirlwind, like Grasping Whirlwind, or like for example this build. Like I literally grab the enemies to me before killing them. It's just like Giga counter synergy. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, Lightning Storm is a huge waste. I actually there's only two things I insta disenchant. Sorry, salvage. Too much WoW. Lightning Storm and bleed resist. Everything else I'll do. Crit resist, physical resist, melee defenders, whatever. I don't care. I'll do that 100%. But Lightning Storm and bleed resist, no thank you. I'm starting to want to not do Drifting Shade because Drifting Shade's just goddamn annoying. So, let's put a mechanic in the game that stops the players from casting their spells. On top of like all of the other things that already do that. Sounds excellent. Wait, what? They just dropped a heart? Just straight up dropped a heart? I'm not even sure like what I would prefer if I was given the choice. Like, how would I like them to be? What kind of things would you guys prefer that are not current? Like, what kind of like affixes have you seen in other games that you think look really cool and like would be better in Diablo? Because I don't actually play a lot of ARPGs, right? Diablo's the only ARPG I've ever played for like more than a week. And I mean, I've played it hard, right? You know, I've got into the top 10 for Barbarians, and I know this ARPG particularly well now, but I never played any others, and I'm not too, like, well-versed in, like, the type of things that other ARPGs add as affixes. I know which ones I don't like. Wait, why am I killing these? I don't need to. Oh, bro, I'm fucking running around without a potion on. Dude, this is exactly how my last barbarian died. I need you guys to look after me, okay? I need babysitting. ETS check. I need to get that, I guess. I feel like what you're onto there, Fisker, is something that like I've definitely said in the past, where I would like the affixes to have both a positive and a negative. Like for example, you know Stormbane's Wrath. I feel like Stormbane's Wrath would be super cool and fun if it also damaged enemies. You know what I mean? Like, just change that one thing about it. So, like, there's like a skill involved where, like, if I kite enemies into it or if I kite it into enemies, I can actually turn it into a positive affix. It depends on how high it would scale, right? Damn, but, like, I'm talking about the general concept. Not like that per se. Obviously, I'm not a game designer, and I don't pretend to be. And yo, dude, thank you for the tier 1, man. Appreciated. Welcome. But like generally, this like the mechanic of positive and negative. Now, it's not my job to balance it. I just think that would be really cool. And like, I feel like lightning, what is it? Stormbane's Wrath probably doesn't actually hit that hard even on a tier 100. Probably one shot you, but monsters have like 10 times your HP pool. So to them, it'll probably be like nothing, right? But it'd be really cool for like, because if people could do that, they could do like 0 DPS control builds, right? Where like, for example, they have like a barbarian build that focuses purely on CC, and all you do is kite enemies into like this, or kite enemies into Stormbane's Wrath. And that would like be such a really interesting mechanic. I know it'd probably be it definitely is going to be hard to balance, but like if you were designing the affixes from the ground up with that philosophy in mind, it wouldn't be so hard. It'd be hard to change the current ones. And, like, they do that in a sense, right? You do get positive affixes. But, like, who the fuck cares about 15% increased shadow damage? Even rogues don't care about that. It's not like I see a 15% physical damage mod and think, like, oh my god, this is going to be the most fun dungeon ever. Oh, that rend. The rupture. That rupture went on for half an hour. I'm not even over there. Oh, you suck. Stupid drifting shade. That was a good one. That was good fun. These fly guys annoy the hell out of me. I think they're dead, I'm not too sure. Is it? What build would I recommend for Razor Plate? Well, Officer Donut, there is like a full Thorns build that you can go into. You may want to talk to my boy JB, who's somewhat of a Thorns build connoisseur. Might actually... JB, you still got your build, mate? Alright, let me... This dungeon gives like... This affix gives you no downtime. I can't even look at chat because that stupid drifting shade's constantly up my ass. Sniffing my bum. By the way, why are so many bone spells not recommend physical damage tap? Why don't they recommend it? Additive damage source, probably. So like typically anywhere you can take physical damage, i.e. I think like on your sword, or your gloves, it's like it's just like really low on the totem pole. Like on your sword, you want to have like crit vulnerable, I'm assuming intelligence, and like this, I don't know actually, I don't know what the next one would be. All stat perhaps. Battle trance, is it a good one? 799 max rolled. Low rolled on the cooldown reduction though. Is this any good? I'll take the battle trance. And then on gloves, like crit chance, attack speed, main stat, maybe all stat. But I don't play I don't play Necromancer, so I don't know. But like the general, that's kind of the general gist of most classes. You want multiplicative damage sources over additive. For example, barbarians don't use any physical damage increases on their gear. You use it in here, but that's just because it's for free, right? Might as well. I have a really nice helmet in the bank as well that I can't even roll either. Because of gold, it's up to like 3 mil. Game hates me, dude. My weapons are poop as well. I need to sort those out. Need to change your gear. It do be like that sometimes. That's no good. Why am I even looking at that? This might be okay, so I'm gonna keep it for now. Yes, yes.
Come back if you need anything else.
I don't like the way you have to find 2 keys in the door and they're 30 miles away from each other. The worst one is when, like, for example, one of my favorite dungeons at the moment is Dopamine Tunnels. But a big problem I have with it is... I won't do that dungeon. A big problem I have with it is that the last section of the dungeon is a Y junction. And they're both really long, right? So there's a really long way to the boss fight, but then there's a really long way to the key. Now, if you fuck up and run to the boss first, you have to run all the way back, then all the way up to the key to run back to the door. You basically end up, it doubles the length of the dungeon. Makes me scream every time I like, and it's like a 50-50 chance every single time as well. It's fucking annoying. It's otherwise my favorite dungeon. I think dungeon objectives in theory are a pretty good idea. I just feel like some of the not all dungeons are guilty of this, but some dungeons definitely execute them poorly. Like, for example, Mercy's Reach has quite a bit of backtracking, but I love Mercy's Reach, actually. Because, like, it's only short. It's the same every time. You know what the deal is. And you get rewarded with 2 fucking colossal packs of enemies. No problem. I'll do that every day of the week. I love that dungeon. But when there's a system where sometimes I win the, like, I went the right way lottery, and then sometimes I lose it, that just feels bad. Like, I prefer to be like I wouldn't mind going to get the key if I knew I was going the right way. I don't like going I don't like going the wrong way, losing the 50-50. Because despite essentially being the same thing, that feels bad, whereas Mercy's Reach feels good. Oh my days. Wait, there's another champion in here? Take my loot and I'll be gone. Jonas! Bro, where have you been? How's your season been going so far? What have you been up to, mate? Work, work, and more work. Oh, so you just blasted at the beginning of the season. And then had to go back to work, mate? That sucks. You done your tier 100? Killed your Uber Lilith yet, buddy?
I'm not ready yet.
Is this vulnerable resist? Crowd control resist. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Your Barb died during Lilith? Bro, Jonas. Exclamation mark rip, bro. Check it out. You'll love it. Yeah, hang on. Let me put the command in, Jonas. I want you to see that. Oh, thank you, Wildcoop. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, you got to see that. I think you'll appreciate it. I was just leveling another Barb, but now I am leveling another Barb. If you get what I mean. But that'll be a minute well spent, boys. Oh God. Oh, I gotta remember to breathe.
I must wait.
9 o'clock.
I must wait. I don't have enough fury.
Yoink, yoink, yoink. Actually, this has stealth buff to all barriers. Apparently, they're all scaling to max life now. Woody released a video yesterday, I think. Do you mean that barriers are scaling by the max amount that you can have is now 80% of your total health, not your... Is that what you're saying? Because, like, hang on a minute. No, I'm a little confused. I've not seen it, Nick. What? Could you give me the TLDR? Barriers in general don't break your max HP. I never used barriers in the past, so this is a little bit confusing for me. Barriers in the past could only go up to your max HP, right? But before, it was only your max base HP. Is that what you're saying? Okay, no, I'm with you. Okay, yeah, I understood. I understood. Well, Iron Skin can't, because Iron Skin only grants you barrier based on it gives you 50% of your missing HP as barrier. Okay, no, I get you. I get you. No, thanks, boys. I was thinking of it the right way, but then the wording it confuses me a little bit. But did you like that, Jonas? You liked that a little bit and stopped lagging. It already procced and was dead. Oh, bro, mine was. I walked in without a potion on, bro. Love it, dude. Absolutely love it. Oh, you have 11 ranks? Well, that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong, but you still couldn't max out your. You'd have to be practically dead when you press it, but damn. Jonas, I've killed 3 characters that way, I think. No, 2. Okay, no, I killed 2 because I forgot to put it on, and I've killed 2 because I didn't see it proc. So, like, I'm just like, basically, that potion, mate, is actually my worst enemy. Yeah, Big Smoke, no problem, mate. Let me just find a mod pack. So, there are 2 versions of this rotation. This is the rotation when you have Crimson Fields. So I grab the enemies in, stun, rupture, and they'll probably already be dead. But if not, I'll clean them up with Rend. I don't usually have to use Flay, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's just obviously when you're out of Fury. However, there is a different version of this build as well, where instead of Fields of Crimson, if you don't have one and you have like a regular sword, you will have aspect of Skullbreaker on it. And the only difference is when you have Skullbreaker, you grab, rend, and then stun. Because Skullbreaker will do 80% of the bleed damage on the enemy as instant physical damage. So that your stomp will hit them all for like, just really hard. But with this version of the build, you can stomp them first for safety and then just rend them after. But typically, usually just a Steel Grasp and a Rupture by itself is like more than enough to kill the enemies. If there's actually even any here for me to actually hit. Like you grab them all together, Rupture, they're all dead, right? I don't have to keep fighting them whatsoever. And then the boss rotation is giga easy. It's just Rupture, rend, Rupture, rend, like until the speed boost runs off. But with this build, the satisfaction comes from lining up like a fucking epic, like an absolutely epic Steel Grasp and like grabbing like a gajillion enemies and then just sticking the Rupture through them. Because the way Rupture works is it does more damage the more enemies you hit. So you get a lot of positive feedback from getting a very good Steel Grasp. That's why like you see me running around enemies a little bit first. I get them all together, or maybe I'll even grab them from 2 different places. Like, oh god, this is really bad. Like up here and down here. I'm being stun locked like crazy. There we go. Now I Rupture. Boom. Okay. If I wasn't perma CC that whole time, it would have looked way better. But what can you do? Game decided it wasn't my day. And when you have like just an elite like this, you can just run up and just rend, and it should do enough damage to kill them pretty quickly. Execute with a Rupture if you don't feel like waiting. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage here. I'm getting stun locked. You're a naughty boy.
My burden is too great.
Oh no, my burden. Woody did a barrier video yesterday. I understand what you guys are saying now, though. I don't want to plagiarize this content by watching it on stream. And that's the boss rotation. Oh, that's too many ancestrals to ignore. You're promoting him? Mate, me promote Woody? Not possible. Let's see.
My bags are full.
I don't need that one. That one's fine. But market, I've got it. I subscribe to Woody. I've seen it actually already today. I was gonna watch his latest videos in just a bit. Ren benefits from it. Yes. Yes, and also it synergizes with the Devious Heart of what's it called? Devious Heart of Punishing Speed. So it's a lot of synergy around attack speed, a lot of synergy around crit, right? Because I want to be hitting the enemy as much as possible, so I'm proccing the Butcher's Cleaver. CC, right? Same with Punishing Speed, knocking them down. And also Anemia, right? So all of my CC, besides Penitent Greaves, this doesn't apply to, but all of the CC I have, which is 4 different kinds excluding Penitent, all of them scale in severity with attack speed. So when I'm fighting bosses, I need Giga attack speed so that I can CC them very fast and then start taking advantage of the Wrathful Heart of Creeping Death. So this is like a full CC dot build, and the primary stats are attack speed and crit chance. I don't think I'm the first person to come up with this build, but this is my version of it, and it's been going really well so far. I mean, you guys, you're watching it in the background, so you know what it does. I'm going to be trying to push it, get a tier 100 done. Fingers crossed, it's possible. Fingers crossed I don't die before I do it. But hey, we'll find out soon, won't we? Vulnerable crit chat. Okay, no. Nope.
I'll shake on that.
It's laggy. Oh, look at my ping. Down here in the bottom left, 130. Seems like the Korean servers are shit in the bed again. This happens every day at this time. Is it an ISP thing? Is it a Diablo thing? I don't know. But I'm streaming fine. I'm not dropping anything there. I did a speed test yesterday. My internet's fine according to that. But like, this is the kind of ping that gets your hardcore characters sent back to the character creation screen. Because all it takes is one micro stutter at the word, like, you know, at a bad time, and you're leveling up again from level 1. Man, I love this. Fucking bullshit. What's this helmet? It's a Max Fury one? That's not a bad helmet, actually, but I bet the rerolls on this are more expensive than my current helmet. What helmet am I rerolling? This one? This one's so good. High cooldown, high health, high all stat. Very nice. You're welcome, Big Smoker. Like, I have the build guide up. I don't know if you already grabbed that already, but that's the build as it is now. But I will always be updating that, like, to reflect the latest changes, so you can bookmark it, and it will always be the most up-to-date version of this build that I have. I try to always work from the same planner, just to make things easier for not just myself but for everybody else. Crit resist and lightning storm. I don't think so. Ancient reservoir. No. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I hope it serves you well. No, I do like whirlwind. I do like Whirlwind. I miss Whirlwind. Nah, easy, mate. Easy. Been attacked by the Yawnies, so I think it'll be time for a coffee after this run. Coffee break. And where are we? Garen Hold. Actually, I'm just gonna run through it. I'm getting the fuck out of dodge. Wait, what's that? Marinus Refuge? I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt the same way in a sense. Like, there's only so much I can do with Whirlwind. I kind of wanted to flex my build making capabilities just a little bit. Just took something completely random, try to make it work, but that's a lot of the fun in the game, isn't it? Like, I always fall back on Whirlwind as my main. Luckily for me, at least, I have enough time to get into it and, you know, play several builds a season. I appreciate a lot of people don't get that chance, right? You kind of got one build for the season. I mean, mad. My main was a Barbarian, and I was critting Lilith for like 250 million with Whirlwind, by the way. I was basically one-shotting Lilith with Whirlwind. So yes, very cheesy. And like, even without Berserk gripping, I was doing tier 100s like they were tier 50s. Like, Whirlwind is unbelievably strong. Did I get it down, Jonas? No, dude. You know, in that video that you watched, you know when you saw her at 1 HP? That was as low as I got her before she killed me. Because I would, like, to be honest, like, I wanted to kill her, don't get me wrong, but like, my heart wasn't in it because I knew it was an unethical kill. So I was just fucking around. Like, I was like, yeah, we'll kill her, but I was like also trying to just hit as hard as possible. So I didn't really care too much if I killed her or not, and then she killed me instead. Yeah, no worries, Big Smoker, mate. We'll be back to sub. There's no obligation, buddy. Like, if I can, I will always try and answer questions. Yeah, I know, mate. But like, I've got this Barbarian on the up and up, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and give her another try as well. But this time I think I'll probably go for an ethical kill with my current layout. I'm gonna run this build, I think, and try and kill her with this. Do something like, you know, pretty off the beaten path. No, Stubby. This isn't 2 potions. One of these is the Death Evasion Elixir, which is exclusive to hardcore characters, right? But it doesn't grant any XP bonus whatsoever. But I can hear some Maraka players. Ah, Brecky, you don't have to worry about that, mate. You guys are not under contract, you know that. It's okay. Wait, what is this? This is a kill. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna start revoking subscriptions if you don't show for 1 day or. You're all good, mate. I hope you feel better soon. There we go. How does this work? Oh my god. Oh my god. DB with the 5 giftarinos. Much appreciated, my dude. Yes, very nice. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Wait, what the fuck is this? Hey, right back at you, bud.
Not ready yet.
Have I got to kill some stuff? I was raided, yeah, mate. As much as I would love to say I naturaled, like, however many people are still in here, I don't actually have a, what's it called? View count. I can tab over to my Twitch and see it, but I prefer not to. I get like addicted to the fucking thing. I'm like streaming, like looking at it. Oh, hey Captain, what's up, man? I know I got raided earlier for like 650 people. I'm probably imagine like half are in here still, if I'm lucky. And they're just the people who fell asleep during the last stream. Pass on the sleepers, boys. I did get my AC fixed, yeah, bro. I got it fixed yesterday. Thank God, bro. You're from the raiding, you're still here? You're a legend. You're an absolute... You're a, what's the word? You're a kind soul. I know what it is, though. I know what it's like, though. Like, guys, like sometimes the person that it's raided is, like, very, like, different in a lot of mannerisms from the person you're watching, and maybe it just isn't their cup of tea. A lot of the time, like, people have, like, very few people they watch within a certain genre. But, obviously, massively appreciate anyone who sticks around for even more than a second. I'll stop it. Stop. Well, I'm glad I was worth sticking around for. Yeah, nice fellas. True gentlemen and gentle ladies and gentle beans. Not only did I actually, I'm feeling like pretty good today, because not only did I fix my AC, or not only did I get my AC fixed, I also figured out I could stop my chair from going backwards, and now I can actually like sit not like a caveman. I see, that's GG right there, boys. That feels good. I'm not sure why I opened with my stomp, but... I killed them too fast to stun them now.
My bags are full.
Let's unfool them then. But yeah, I mean, it goes back a little bit, but it's pretty good now. Like, I actually have back support. Let's see what I got this time. Probably not a lot, let's be honest. Dust Devils. 789, not usable. Lucky. Wait, hang on. Almost. Crit chance is high. Anemia 20%. Protecting. Look at the necklaces. Fury cost reduction is high. Nah, nothing on that one. Nothing on that one.
This will
What else did I sell? Oh no, what did I sell? What else did I sell? I bet I sold something good. Did I get them all back? Is that all of them? Okay, fine. Alright, GG. Thank God. Bro, I've had enough of that. I'm sick to death of that happening. That winds me right up. Alright, let's quickly disenchant those hearts. I don't need them. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I like it like this. It's fine. How do I do this? Hang on, I'm just trying to write something in here. There we go. Just I want to do a little summon here. How do I... Ah, fuck. What have I done? I accidentally gave you a permit. But, I just wanted to quickly make, so Paulie's here as well. So, I just then, guys, Shorty, like DB, you guys have been like fucking rock solid on stream for so long. I just wanted to make you both VIPs. Yay! I know it's not much, but like you along with Paulie and the other VIPs have like been absolutely fucking rock solid. Like huge parts of the reason that I enjoy streaming so much, and have supported the channel like above, way above and beyond. That anything that's necessary. So that's just my little thank you to you. No, it's not much. It's just a little badge, but right. Coffee time. Coffee time. Let's go grab a coffee. But yeah, love you boys. Coffee time though. Grab a hot drink, everybody. Time, do it. Go. Probably a corn dog. Like my physique, right? If you could imagine a jacket potato, like a big potato. We call them jacket potatoes in the UK, but like a baked potato, like a really old one. So like the skin's a little saggy, a little loose, and then you overcook it in the microwave. Take it out, plump it down, and stick some toothpicks in where the arms, like for arms and in for the legs. Boom. You've got yourself a mini Dalkora. Maybe give it a luscious head of hair. Slick back. That's it. Mr. Potato Man build. Where's the D4 planner? What do you mean, DB? Oh, for my bill? Oh, you fucking idiot, dude. You actually got me with that one. I didn't know what you were talking about for a second. I mean, it's easy, right? It's the corn dog meta. If you eat corn dogs every day for like a month, you'll start to slowly see your FPS go up, your fat per square inch. And your muscle density will slowly evaporate. But I'm actually it's an expensive respec. Actually, it's actually a quite affordable one. It's around about $5 a day of corn dogs. But it's soon to change, lads, because I'm gonna take up boxing again. Well, if I don't have a boxing gym near me, then it's going to be just regular gym. But I'm gonna take up boxing again. I've been out of the gym for like 8 months now, and I've lost like, I would probably say like 5 kilos of muscle, because I was like 85. I'm now like 77, and I've gotten fat. Like, so. Though my natural weight is like around about 75. I think that's roughly where I am at the moment, but my body fat is like not good, lads. Not good. But I'm like a rake anyways, so is what it is. If you have a Coke chaser with it. What do I eat mostly with corn dogs? Coffee and corn dogs, that's my diet. But, yeah, I'm kind of conscious of the amount of time I spend in the chair more than I have been before. Like, even a little's good. Like, I feel a lot better. Like, just by adding I do jump, most of you know, but I like do 45 minutes of jump rope every day. I prefer it to running, especially like when it's this hot. Where I live, it's like really hot at the moment, so it's easier to stay indoors where the AC is and just do something there. And jump rope is just something that I've always enjoyed because it's a good warm-up. Like, it's a good full body. It's not really a workout, but it's like a pretty decent full body cardio, right? Wouldn't you say? Like, your delts are engaged, your traps are engaged, keeping your arms pinned back while you're skipping. Even like. It's even like a very slight bit of like tricep and bicep flexion when like you're skipping the rope, but it's like a what's it, like a passover from boxing. Like, I just never really skipped before, but then you always like start each boxing session with like a 10-minute skip. It's just like fun, dude. Like, 'cause you get real technical with it too. Where do I live? South Korea. So I just, tropical Asian weather. 40 minutes, 6,000 times. I don't count. I doubt I do 6,000 though, Car. That's a lot of reps. You have problems with your sciatic nerve caused from sitting on the PC too long. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm getting a little bit worried about, because I'm not super young anymore. I think I'm at the point where if I abuse my body too much, I will actually start to pay for it. It's alright, Les. Like I said, mate, you don't have to worry about it. You're 43. How quick? So I'm 31. How quickly do things get shit from here? Like, how many years have I got of like being able to get away with like sitting on my my chair with my legs crossed, which is like that's my DPS position. So like, what I tend to do is I sit. I sit with my legs crossed. Like that. Oh wait, that was stupid. I'm obviously under the desk. Like that. When do I have to stop doing that? You guys got a little thigh shot, okay? You have to pay me next time. Turning 35 and it goes downhill pretty fast.
Bless you.
Okay, well, it seems like everybody's a little bit... Everyone's kind of a little bit all over the place here, but... it looks like maybe I'm all right until my 50s, but I feel like even like 20s is probably a good time to start thinking about it.
Not ready yet.
Prisoners. Have I even been releasing these guys? I hope so. Nice.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Get myself a footstool. I actually would love to get a footstool. When I move into my new apartment, I'm gonna try and get like a more ergonomic setup, like in every sense of the word, right? Because it's not unusual for me to spend like, I mean, you guys obviously you see me for like currently 7 to 8 hours a day, but I'm at the computer practically 14, 15 hours a day. And of course, when I do the like the racing once every season, I'm on stream for 16, 17, 18 hours a day. So I really want to take care of my posture, and also like with when I bought the headphones with like you know, the money I made from YouTube and stuff like that. The goal with these wasn't so much that I just wanted to buy new headphones, but it was because my other ones were so uncomfortable, it was actually affecting the stream. Because I just wouldn't want to be in my chair. Like, this chair fucking hurts my back, right? I don't want to be in it. And I feel like as much as I can ignore it, there's still, I think, like a little bit of like, damn, I just want to get out of this fucking chair, like, in the back of my mind. So there's things like that I'm going to work on. And I think, as silly as it sounds, it'll have a pretty positive impact on like my productivity at the desk, both for like making YouTube videos and just feeling good on stream, just feeling comfortable. Oh yeah, I will. I mean, to be fair, I watched like streamers like you know, Quinn69, right? And I watched like Quinn, and he's got like the fucking walking, he's got the standing desk and the fucking treadmill, bro. That's my peak. Oh, Bajira does that as well. So that's my peak streamer setup. I don't need a 4090. I don't need an i9. I'd love one, but I don't need one. What I need is a standing desk. And I need a treadmill. That is peak streamer town right there. When that happens, guys, we've made it. That is literal S-tier streamer mode. I actually have a controller. I bought an Xbox controller not too long ago. I have a question though. Does anybody here, I know that this is like a real shot in the dark, but does anybody here use the Xbox Elite controller on PC?
Not ready yet.
Okay. You do? Don't have a console? Well, the Xbox Elite controller is like the premium separate one. Yeah, Cardench, they are. I'll stop it, Shorty. I will, man. I tell you what, Shorty, I'll get your name engraved on it as well. Not for this game. The question I wanted to ask them, maybe this is something that it just applies to controllers in general, but that's the one I have, so that's why I asked. When you play Diablo with a controller, or even if you don't, but if you know the answer to this question, let me know. Can you keybind the additional keys on the back of your controller, like, you know, the non-AXYB ones? Can you keybind those to do different things? Like, for example, I know when you play on Xbox, the paddles, yeah. So when you play on Xbox, like you can't keybind the buttons, right? So they are what they are. But the Xbox Elite controller has 4 extra ones on the back, and I was like, can I keybind one of those to like this? Can I keybind one of those to that? So I have like a get out of jail free card. Will I use it though? I mean, if it works, hell yeah, dude. It's way more fucking comfortable. Like, imagine if I'm just speed farming Whirlwind and I can just sit back with a controller. Oh my days. I messed up this fight so bad. I mean, I know there's controller mapping software, so I can use that, but I would have to double check Blizzard's TOS to make sure that that isn't considered like third-party tampering. It shouldn't be, because I'm like modding my controller from outside of the game, and like it's not like they can like ban me for like remapping my keyboard, right? So I'm assuming it'll be fine. You can do that on your Steam Deck. That's promising. I think if you can do it on a Steam Deck, you can probably do it with the controller, because like a PC has more customizability, right, than a Steam Deck. Auto clicker on controller. Nah, mate. I'm not gonna get myself in trouble. I'm not. Just check. I have it still in the box, mate. I've not even opened it. Oh wait, can I see it? Can I see it now? Oh, I can. Ooh! Oh, you can actually, bro. I should have. I'm doing the same thing that people who watch my YouTube videos do. They're like not even watching the video. They just like ask the question straight away. I could have just had a look. Never mind, boys. I do it too. I'm only human. Level 85. Not bad. Not bad. I'm leveling so slow though. Yeah, I am. I don't know why. Like, why didn't I just look? Getting close to 60 on your barb. Time to go world tier 4. That's early. Though actually, with how I've been like performing in the early game these days, I feel like you can actually push quite early. Yeah, you open Task Manager, find Explorer.exe, and end task.
Not ready yet.
Oh shit. Thank you, Religion Man. Much appreciated. I actually got one of my lecturers with that one in college. It's like one of the art lecturers. That was the funniest shit ever. I feel like I feel like I remember her using like an art program and it locked up, like Photoshop or something. It like locked up, and she couldn't get it to work. And everybody in the class knew I was like a gamer and I played with computers and stuff like that all the time. And so she was like asking me if I could help her fix it. And I told her to end Explorer.exe, and she lost like all of the work for the class because she hadn't saved the file. I got in so much shit for that, but it was so worth it. Oh yeah, what was it? Like, how do I leave BGs without getting a penalty? /AFK. Oh no. How do I report people who are just AFK? Oh yeah, just type /AFK, no problem, mate. And they type it and they're gone. Get fucked. So good, dude. Type slash AFK. It was, I think the best place for that one was Alteric Valley, because people would always be like flaming like, he's just stood at the tower, he's not doing anything. You'd be like, yeah, if you want a list of the AFK players, type slash AFK, and then you see like 5 people from the team disconnect. It's like, wait, now we're gonna lose. Oh well. It's worth it every time, doesn't matter. Cooldown reduction, total armor, outburst. Nah. No thanks. I got enough for 1 reroll, boys. I'm excited. 5.21 5.21, that's Korean. 5.2k. About to get flushed down the toilet. Watch it go. Wee! Wow, actually was as well. 6 mil now. Yes, sir. You were guilty of just joining and going fishing? I would always run to Drek and just AFK in the room in the back invisible if I had the option. Or I just sit at the back of the graveyard and like the horde would spawn in front of me and just run off. And I'd just be there like, yeah, free honor, yay. The great thing about AV is that 50% of the players were AFK and 50% of the players were bots. So it was just about whichever team had more bots on it won the battleground. What happened to my music? It was vicious though. You dare not fight in the middle because the bots, they would all target the same target. So you would end up with these like horrendous, like just absolute clusterfucks. And if you went anywhere near like the moving bot horde, they would all like dismount and immediately one-shot you, and then just carry on running. They're like, bye. So it's like you couldn't even play the game anyways. They're Honor Buddy. That was the one, was it? I recognize that name actually. Oh, treasure goblin. That must mean there's a butcher in here. A lot of ancestrals. By the way, guys, if you're wondering what is the best mob combination in the game, this is it. Nothing quite like ghosts and bees. I didn't get a 6-month ban for using it, so that's good. Oh, bro. At least you didn't get permed. I told a story holo tipping about my raid leader in one of my guilds. We were doing Mythic Prog on, I think he's called like Operator Thorgath. It was in Black Rock Foundry, and we were progging Mythic, right? He's only like the 3rd boss or 2nd boss. So we'd only just started the tier. And one of the mechanics the boss does is he like jumps up onto the platform and he like trains basically start coming through because we're in a train station. And our raid leader's just standing in the middle of the room and gets absolutely fucking flattened by a train, right? Funniest shit ever, because we'd been like raging at everybody all night for getting run over by the train, and he just stands there and gets flattened. And it turns out that he got hit by a ban wave mid-raid for using Honor Buddy. And that was our raid leader gone. Fucking raid tier completely fucked. Because we didn't really have anyone else who could like step up to the plate. We ended up having to take like 2 weeks off, waiting for him to level a new healer so we could go back at it and power level him through like heroic, well, power gear him through like heroic and stuff, just so we go again. Well, that was a really bad start to the tier. We got a hold of the teachers group. Meji wrote to them that the System 32 was a virus and had them delete it. Oh my days. The scary thing is, it's like, for me, the teacher was like part of a digital, like for me, my teacher was part of the digital art classes that I was taking. So like, you would think the digital part meant they could use a computer, but it's not so much. Yeah, we won't forget that moment. That will go down in the guild's history. Well, it did. It is history now. Oh shit. There's a... Where is he? Which one is he? The ghosts all look the same color to me. I can't tell which one's the goddamn enemy champion. I used to be in a school with like complete delinquents as well, like in my high school. Like the like craziest stuff would happen in classes, especially like IT class. Like you go away from your computer for 3 seconds and someone puts like some sort of like old school porn website that you couldn't get off of. You know, like one where it just like plays moaning and has like somebody's butthole on it and you can't click off. Leave for 3 seconds and that will happen to your computer. And people used to steal the RAM out of the computers as well, like all the time. They like bought these like brand new computers that were like semi decent, but they weren't like all-in-ones. They were like they kind of were all-in-ones, but they had like you could remove the back of the chassis and get access to the motherboard. And somebody must have told the fucking like the crackhead children in there that the RAM was worth money because they fucking robbed all of it. Would you typically go swords? Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just finish up this enemy group. On Whirlwind Barb, would you typically go with swords for one-handed and two-handed slashing slot and use a bludgeoning as main? That's a really good option. Right now, though, if you're using if you're using Malignant Heart of the Barber, from testing, it seems to me that the best would be to swing with an axe and to have 2 axes as your 2 one-handers. But if you're going to be pushing Uber Lilith, then my recommendation would be to swing with an axe but have 2 one-handed swords. But what you're recommending there is a really good build anyways. Like the Concussion Mace build version of Whirlwind is still extremely strong, and I couldn't tell you with complete confidence whether it's better or worse than the axe, but for me personally, my axe was like 30 or 40 item power higher than my mace as well, so it was very obviously the best idea for me to go for that one. So I would flex between them just depending on which one you have. It's like, you know, the highest item power. Oh, well, that's what I always tell everybody. Old news. Your best WoW moments when your guild took you to kill Underguild Wrestler to kill Malcheser. Where was Malcheser? What raid was that again? You F-shocked him to death?
Need more time.
Karasan. Jesus, like OG Karasan? I didn't play that long ago.
I need time.
I started in Wrath of the Lich King. I kind of like I mean GG first of all, but that reminded me of a story of when I went into a raid with a completely undergeared. What fucking raid was it again? It was a Mr. Pandaria raid. What's the one with the giant? What the giant water elemental was the first boss? Was it called like something Valley? Oh. Yeah, it's like a big water elemental that's infused with like shine, and you fight like the three. No, not the brewery. It's like the Fallen Blossom Temple. Not Siege of Orgrimmar, before that. Like you fought the big water elemental that was like infused with Shah. You then fought like the three shades of the Shaolin like monk pandas. Oh wait, was that Siege of Orgrimmar? It was Siege of Orgrimmar. It was Siege of Orgrimmar. Actually, it was, wasn't it? I was going through the bosses in my head, and I was just thinking, oh, this is Siege of Orgrimmar. Yeah, thank you, Nick. Terrace of Endless Springs. Oh, that does have a water elemental too. No, it was Siege of Orgrimmar though, Geo. So I went in on an ult. We were doing an ult trade, and everybody was in there, and I legit had a brand new, freshly dinged mage. Had absolutely nothing, like I was literally wearing all blues, right? I was getting straight up boosted, and but I was like one of the guild officers, so of course I got to go, you know. And so we went into this heroic Siege of Orgrimmar, and long story short, we finished it. I had a heroic like thunder forged piece of gear, and like half of it had sockets in every slot when we came out. I went from having like all blues to being the best, like literally the best geared mage in the guild in one run. Because I just rolled like a 90 on every single piece of gear, because that's how we did our ult runs, because they were just ult runs, right? So there was no gearing. It was just need over greed. And I won every single need over greed. And we had like basically a mage piece dropped on every single boss. I was like, fuck yeah, boys. And there were like people on their mains in the raid that were fucking furious with me, but I didn't care. Because they were ult raiders. Good times, dude. Good times. That's I think that's one of my best feeling moments from WoW. Just got to be a greedy little fucking loot goblin. Oh, so good. Everybody was mad. This is the right board, isn't it? I don't know. DKP. I hated DKP systems. But we used loot council, so it's not like it's much better. Loot council was pretty bad though. I think we had like 8 people on it to make it as fair as possible. Like we had such a huge loot council. We had very strict rules as well for our loot council. I think ours was pretty good. Essentially, we had someone who represented like each class. We had 8 people on it. Most of them were officers, but some of them were just like core raiders. There was like no like communication allowed unless there was a draw, so we had to like vote without talking about it whatsoever. And I feel like it got distributed pretty well. But you're right, loot cancels run like as soon as I join a guild. If the loot cancel is just the 3 officers, I just fucking leave the guild. I just at that point, like, you know, you're just gonna be a stepping stone for them to get better gear. Crit, attack speed, physical damage over time. Wow, those are some good rolls too. Holy shit. It's a 790. Not better than what I got, but that's a really nice pair of gloves. Wait, can it be made to work? No, it can't. Alright, sell it all.
All things have value, I suppose.
What's this? So they have been doing round robin with TOGC trophies. God, I remember TOGC. I loved that raid. I actually, like, I'm not memeing. I really like TOGC. Is this worth doing? Oh, it's Lightning Storm, so that's a no. Faceless Shrine, melee defenders, can't be bothered. This is a good dungeon. I'm gonna check in with the boss. Potions? I'll check them in a second. Okay, they're fine for now. Depends if you're seeing it happen poorly, but depends on your goals to kill bosses or just get some loot. But if there was no loot, you wouldn't kill the boss. Like the only people I feel like there's only like one group of people who kill bosses for the sake of killing bosses, and those are like the 3 guilds that participate in the Race the World first. Yeah, Fizz, to my knowledge, it is. The way I see like loot was always like loot was kind of like everybody's salary, right? If they had a low salary, they'd quit the job or they would do the job poorly. And I always thought of it like that. And without the salary, they wouldn't turn up to work at all. That was kind of that's always been my philosophy on loot. And I was in a top 100 guild, so it wasn't like I wasn't in a top 100 or anything like that, but I was pretty high up, and that was kind of like the philosophy we ran by. And I mean, it kept most people happy for a lot of the time. Of course, there is a downside to playing a guild like that, and that's basically the loot whores. If they get all of the gear that they want, they just quit the raid tier. So that is one thing that you had to be very careful of when running a guild the way we were running one. But for the most part, people were happy because we were good. We had a solid core roster. We had an excellent raid leader. We got things killed, and people got loot. And most of us were absolute degenerates who just played WoW 24/7. So like most of us had like a minimum like 3 alts that were full heroic geared, most of them with like a lot of mythic pieces from mythic raiding as well. I was always just, I feel like not wanting loot is kind of like the expected mature response, if you get what I mean. It's like people would rather hear that people weren't playing for loot, but I feel like that's just ignoring the core motivation to playing WoW in the first place. Because if it was taken out of the game, it would, like, you wouldn't do it. Yeah, Nick, that is it. Like, that's really, it comes down to your vetting process at that point. Sometimes it's really difficult depending on what guild you're in. Sorry, not guild, sorry, server. Because some servers had like really poor like recruitment pools. But like if you're on something like Kazakh, this is European realms. If you're on like Kazakh, Stormscale, Silver Moon, you were alright really. Because there was like a huge amount of raiders to sort of like pull from. And a lot of the higher tier guilds had like pretty good communication between each other as well. Just like, oh, we got a guy here and we can see on WoW Armory, he was actually in your guild in the past. How was he? You know, we would reach out to each other and talk about potential raider picks. So that didn't happen too much, but that can definitely happen. And it did happen. But luckily for me, the core of my guild was kind of made up of a bunch of IRL friends. So we were always able to, at least for most tiers, raid with little to no interruption, and we did keep on like quite a lot of casual players who happened to be like just really good raiders. We had a couple of people who in our guild, right? They just didn't raid. It wasn't something they enjoyed doing. They just did dungeons, did BGs, but we like took them to raids. I can't remember the name of this one person, but I think it was like a shadow priest who didn't raid. We were like, we need you. We need a shadow priest this fight. Do you mind coming? Yeah, buddy, no problem. Comes. Fucking like 99th percentiles every fight. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like a literal god. Better still, he's wearing like full PvP and like mythic plus gear. And we're like, how are you doing this? That's crazy. And we had a couple of people like that in our guild that were just like insanely talented but just didn't want to commit to raiding. But they were like there for if we were like super desperate. We got very, very lucky with that. Oh yeah, for sure, Guru, for sure. Yeah, that sucks, Nick. I think we only ever had one pig-headed person in our guild like that I can ever remember, and it was somebody who was like dating a member of Method, and just fucking was like wouldn't stop rubbing our faces in it and like trying to boss everybody around on what to do, like lording their boyfriend over all of us, like we had to do what they said. And some people like bought into it so badly that like when we didn't take her to a raid, like 4 or 5 people like just left the guild with her. It was like, bro, what the fuck was that? Like getting like arguing with the raid leader on how to do a fight because their boyfriend did it this way. And we're just like, yeah, but we're not Method. I said, we're not going to do the Method strat. And to be honest, like, you watched your boyfriend do it. Who the fuck cares? Like, how do we know you remember correctly? And mate, yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? How can you be like so full of yourself? Like, let our raid lead. Like, we clear mythic content, just let him do his job. And then almost crippled the guild. It's like, wow, what a dick. Wait, why is this guy so tanky? Wait, you got me. Wow, that bleed going for 400k? Yo.
My burden is too great.
My first tip to people asking me how I get such good passes even though my DPS is generally mid. I'm doing utility things and doing mechanics currently. Always read your skill tooltips. For me, it was just, I was very rhythmic raider. Like I don't even know how I was like. I did really well on passing. I always did like in the 90s. But I'd learn fights almost like a rhythm game. I really enjoyed that though. It's very satisfying to get it done. Oh, Shorty being an absolute gangster out here. I mean, not to lie though, I won't even try and deny that I was like in my guild I was responsible for log analytics, and I loved that shit. I would be able to, I would literally know 5 minutes after raid who didn't use their health potions when they died, who died slow deaths, who died to mechanics, who did their rotations wrong and stuff like that. But I try not to be too much of a knobend about it, but there were some instances where you just kind of had to be, where like somebody's like complaining mid-raid, like, why don't you heal me? Nobody's ever healing me. I pull up the fucking logs and I'm like, well, you've had a health stone the whole raid and haven't used it once, dickhead. I used to love that. I got such a twisted sense of satisfaction from doing that. But it was such a useful tool for me as well, because I would pass the information over to like class leaders and help them teach the other people what they're doing wrong. And min-max people's gear, so I did a lot of that for the guild as well. I would like take SimC and I would run people's gear simulations and give them recommendations on what to change, because half the guild didn't know how to do it. Not as well as me anyways. Good day, Saipo. Do I do physical resist with increased crit chance? Yeah. Potion breakers as well. That's actually kind of a pain in the knob. I'm going to do that. Audia's Cave, crit resist. Oh, Lightning Storm 2. Oh, I got vulnerable resist and life. Fucking hell, what's going on? Lost Keep, crit resist. Okay, I can't do any of those. I was pretty young when I played WoW as well. Admittedly, I was not as mature as I am now. But I don't think I definitely wasn't the worst person you could bump into in a raid. Oh yeah, that was definitely worse than me. Collapsed fault. Vulnerable resist. It's really frustrating. Dopamine tunnels, crit resist. Oh come on! What is with today? It was 13. I think when I first played WoW, I was 15, if I remember correctly. sometimes I miss the WoW days, you know what I mean? Like logging on with the boys, raid night after raid, couple of BGs, couple of dungeons, and wake up the next day, start leveling a new character, do dailies, do a bit of PvP, man. Oh, just WoW all day, every day. Do I remember Warcraft movies? I do indeed. No, I'm an adult. Fucking sucks, dude. Actually, did any of you guys ever know? Did you ever know Sham? Sham was like she was like a parody singer, or like she would take like mainstream songs and sing like Warcraft lyrics over them. She was in my guild on Anachronos, like one of the first guilds I ever joined way back when. She was actually in my guild. Like, to me, like, it's like a 16, 17-year-old just dork that played WoW all day every day. I was like, somebody famous is in the guild, and I was such a fucking dweeb. I was like, let's do BGs. Let's do BGs. Yeah, Nim and Summergale, I still listen to Ulduar. Like, every now and then, Ulduar, like, I just little cheeky, like, oh yeah, just like have a little trip down memory lane. They fucking smashed Ulduar out of the park. That was such a good cover. You know Weird Al? Weird Al's like the greatest parody singer of all time, but honestly, he's at slightly higher level than us. That's what we're talking about here, but yeah, Weird Al's dope. This is just WoW specific. White and nerdy. What's my favorite Weird Al song? Maybe All About the Pentiums, because it's very relatable. Oh, I'm gonna sue you. That's a great one. Oh, dude, there's so many good ones. The Star Wars parody. You know, American Pie. Just eat it. Actually, it's so funny. I was singing like a surgeon to my girlfriend. Like, well, I mean, as much as I could sing it, right? Literally just the other day. And she was like, what the fuck are you on about? And I put it on, and she didn't she didn't think it was funny at all. But I'm in fucking stitches. Did I do Lich King Hardcore and Algalon? Yes. So I started raiding in Wrath of the Lich King. I was pretty shit during Naxxramas, but I got a lot better eventually. I got better like quite quickly. I became like one of the better mages on the realm almost immediately. I got the 10-man and 25-man deathless runs on Nax. Got into a rock solid guild. Did Ulduar. By the time I got to like TOGC, I was like one of the like most geared, at least. I don't know about passing. Probably wasn't that good, but back then, like, I was probably like one of the most geared mages in Europe. And then when we went to Wrath of the Lich King, I was like in a proper high performing guild at that point. Sorry, Ice Crown Citadel. When farming Nightmare Dungeons, do I finish them or reset the dungeon? You can't reset anymore, D4 Barb. They fixed that. So you just have to finish it and then go on to the next one. Yeah, I think, you know, I think like, I think Bonestorm or whatever he was called, Malgor, I can't remember the name of that fucking guy. Maragor, Lord Maragor, like at the entrance of ICC. I think that was like the first time I ever got like a 100th percentile on a boss or some shit.
I'm not ready yet.
Wait. Oh, he came to me. Lord Maragar, I think he's called. But my peak was, I think, Battle for Azeroth. Maybe Legion. I can't. No, I think it was Legion actually. Emerald Nightmare, Blackrock Foundry. I think that was my peak because like at that point I was like in the top 10 like DPS All Stars for Warrior. Getting cutting edge and shit like that. Like that was probably my peak. I mean, I only recently quit WoW. I quit WoW at the beginning of Shadowlands. Retired. Fucking stun, boys. Potion's not on. I don't have one. It's like if I died because of that. Any of you boys lining up to play Hardcore Classic? I know I'm not going to, but I never played Classic, so it doesn't have the same nostalgia for me that it has for a lot of people, but it looks really interesting. The idea, I like the concept, obviously. I mean, I'm a hardcore player on Diablo and any other game that has the option, at least. But it's really cool that they've brought out like an official thing. It's like a rare Blizzard W.
Stranger. I'm not ready yet.
How do I like the No Shout Barb? I like it. I think this is a great like off-meta build. Has a very satisfying play loop. It's definitely not without its downsides. There are a few. But if you can overlook them, you have yourself a pretty good high damage build. It's not too squishy. It's a little squishier than the meta builds, but not too much so. Yeah, with a nice rotation, does a lot of damage.
Not ready yet.
It's just interesting. It's something else. Looking forward to getting it to 100 so I can try and push a tier 100 and then also give Uber Lilith a try with it. See how we do. I'm not going to do this. I'm not big into eggs. Ugh. Scarlet Monastery? Or is it bad in Classic? Oh, what the hell? Do you need to compensate DR survivability with gear? You run the same gear. You run the same gear, basically. There's nothing different there. You always go, like, super high defensives on your gear anyways. So, like, even the meta builds on your chest and on your legs, it's best to use, like, 4 damage reduction mods on each one. And that's the same here. You don't really do anything different or fancy. We use a lot more uniques than most other builds. Actually, I'm using 3 uniques as we speak, which is quite an interesting, again, departure from the norm where like most barbarian builds use no uniques. But I have Penitent Greaves, the Butcher's Axe, and Fields of Crimson. No, Discord is on my chest, I think, or chest or legs. Oh, it's on a piece of armor. That's what I'm trying to say. If you actually tell you what, Doption, if you want to see the full build, if you type !rend, you can see the whole thing the way I have it set up on a build planner. And yes, Larry, Temerity is very good right now as long as you have lots of HP.
I'm not ready.
If you have lots of HP and like a 70 plus on the barrier, that will give you giga defensives. I have 10k health. I have 10k health at fucking level 85. Wow. That's pretty good. I just realized. I'm a goddamn unit. How are you alive? These little snakes are well annoying. Better than 4 damage reduction? I think so, yes. But you need to have very good HP. I would say like 17, 18k plus and roll like a high roll on it. Otherwise, maybe not. I've not seen any like concrete testing with it, but it still makes you take a lot. Like you take a lot of damage when you're using when you're not using quad damage reduction pants. But when you have like a 17k HP shield, damn, that's fucking insane. I just realized these enemies are 11 levels higher than me. Yeah, I didn't realize that at all. Whoops. 11? I'm just coming in here like fucking Jack the Lad. I didn't even have a goddamn health potion on. Sorry, I didn't even have a death save potion on, and the enemies are 11 levels higher than me. I'm on crack. Oh yeah, Larry dead. Pinhead Larry, yeah, dead. Dead. I killed it. Not on purpose. But yeah, Uber Lilith takes another life. Sucks, man, but what can you do? Whirlwind, Dex attack speed, no. Don't care about boots. Encroaching Wrath, resource gen, crit damage, no. Beast foul. Crit chance, resource, nope. 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 You're gonna grind it again? Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Always. Wrong fender.
Anything you like? Yes, I'll take it.
Like, I'm gonna get this guy up. This Rend Bleed Barbarian's going to stay Rend Bar Bleed and all that jazz, but I'll be changing. Yeah, I'll be changing up and leveling another barbarian, I think, or maybe not. But like, once I finished everything with this barbarian, then I will go back and get another whirlwind one. Because I need to practice, actually, my leveling route for the next season, Race to 100, because I want to place in the top, at least the top 5 this time. I want top 3, but I'll be happy if I place top 5 instead of top 7. And we'll go from there. Alright, let's go through these and see which ones are no good. Melee defenders, monster life, vulnerable resist. Yeah, I ain't doing that one. Lightning storm, crit resist. Okay, I actually need to make some here. Make 7. Or frost demise. Immortal. Is that one doable? Very much. I'm gonna do this one. Let's go, buddy. Shorty's off. No worries, mate. And thanks again for today, buddy. You've been an absolute fucking stud. You ever play with people? No, Pinhead Larry. I'm exclusively solo self-found. And I do, but it's very rare. Like I have done, for example, last season, I PvP'd with my characters, my hardcore characters. I dueled somebody from chat. So, you know, I do in a way. And by the way, I'll do that this season as well. If anyone's got the kahunas and plays hardcore, I do a duel. I'll duel anyone in chat with my level 100 hardcore, any level character, as long as they're both like of a similar level. And we'll duel our hardcore characters in the PvP zone. No death safe potion, no scrolls of escape. To the death. I do that at the end of every season. So if you're down to try that out, just make sure you're around at that point and kind of throw your hat into the ring. Put you in line, DB? No problem, mate. No problem. I'll save a character just for you. You're playing Thorns as well, like possibly the most AIDS spec. Oh yeah, you die for good. Yes, sirree. I can't get the ghost I need. He's hiding behind this pillar, bro. Come on now. What are we talking about here, game? You just upgraded to Fiber and can now play PoE without dying constantly to lag. God damn. Fuck that, yeah. PoE, you're like, even on softcore, you lose XP right when you die. You're just constantly going backwards. Hella frustrating. Yeah, Ramil, if you're down, make sure, like, if I do it, if there's enough people, if there's like more than just me, right, and like one other person, we'll kind of do it tournament style. So like, I'll duel the first person. Well, like, you guys familiar with the rule set? Winner stays on, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. But essentially, we'll have like, if we have multiple people wanting to do it. Like, I'll coordinate it by, like, setting up the party and adding people to my friends list. And then you guys, the just winner will stay on. So, I'll duel the first person. Then the second person will duel the winner of that bracket. And so on and so forth until everybody's dead and we have a winner. Did you ask me something, Nick? I didn't see a question from you. Oh, Paulie, yeah. Okay, sorry, I see it, yeah. You're gonna ruin a lot of people's characters? You never know. We might scare everybody off, mate. They're gonna see me clapping cheeks all day, and then if they see me lose, they're gonna be like, well, I don't want to duel that guy. And it will be strictly no potions, no scrolls of escape. If you scroll of escape, or pop a death evasion elixir like mid-fight, perma-ban from any ever performing in the tournament. Wait, what was I trying to say? Participating in the tournament. It's a real fucking, it's a risk it all type thing. But it'll only be on like the last couple of days of the season anyways. Like the last day or the last, like second to last day or something. PvP is your main thing. I'm just gonna go in there and hope I have better gear than you. That's literally gonna be my whole shebang. But I will probably have a couple of characters at varying levels as well. I usually do. And I'll PvP them all off. Excuse me. I lost to Joshi last time. It's a shame because I haven't seen Joshi in a little while. I don't even know how to counter thorns in PvP. It's like I hit you, I die. I guess I just like, maybe I just go in with like Giga HP and get like a Temerity and just sit there with like 50k effective HP and just watch you try and kill me. What do people generally not like about D4? Well, it's a pretty difficult question for me to ask because a lot of it's answer, but a lot of it's subjective. But I can go ahead and give you like sort of a general overview of the most common complaints. Although, just for like full disclosure, I like the game quite a bit. I don't think it's perfect, but obviously I play it a lot, so I'm still having some degree of fun. But one thing would be, I guess there's a lot of like unnecessary time sinks. And the game seems to be designed in a way that it's trying to artificially increase playtime. I could give you hundreds of examples, but like, trust me when I just say, like, you'll immediately notice things and be like, why is it like this? It's just taking more time than it needs to, right? And it's fairly apparent. The game's not particularly difficult, so like hardcore players don't like that too much. And it doesn't have like enough end game to really satiate hardcore players either. Like very light on the end game. I think those are probably like the main complaints. Possibly like there's a lot of very specific complaints. But that's kind of like the main overarching complaints that the game has, I think. And they are right. They're like those complaints are fully warranted. And I actually believe like a lot of the if you're like seeing a lot of like negative press around the game, I feel like a lot of it comes from people expecting or like maybe expecting, but yeah, I think expecting better of Diablo, like a game with such a good IP, with such like a fucking heavy duty studio behind it. Like Blizzard may not have the best track record of recent, but they're not exactly like, a mom and pop business. They should be able to like pump out an absolute fucking banger. But yeah, and they're quite slow to move. I think that's another thing as well. Like in general, when they do address changes, which they do fairly frequently, that you chalk that up for a positive. They do frequently address issues that people bring up, but they're just fucking slow as fuck. But that's it. I mean, you asked me for the negatives. Those were the negatives. But again, I personally like the game. For everything that's wrong with it, there's like 2 things that are right with it at least. It still means 1/3 of the game's not good, but you know, that's just my honest to God opinion, and that's coming from someone who's played the game for around 600 hours plus at this point. But would I recommend it? Yes, I would recommend it, because I believe that even like the fucking everybody like will get $70 worth of game out of Diablo, 100%. Because you have to play it for like 100 hours before you even notice the problems with it. And love it or hate it, it's a live service game, so there will be updates. You may not like the game now, but you may like it next year. But you will definitely get like 100+ hours out of the game before you even start to see like the cracks in the game, if you know what I mean. I know that's not the best selling point, but I'm just trying to be brutally honest. That's actually a pretty good chest, no? 3 ranks of Iron Skin, 9.3% damage while fortified, 12% damage while... That's actually really good. I could consider using that. Actually, 3 ranks of Iron Skin, does that reduce the cooldown? I don't remember. I'll keep it anyway, so it looks pretty good. 806, vulnerable, close... happy to be of help, Welsh dude. Best of luck to you, Walnut. You have to let me know what you think of the Barbarian after playing the Necromancer. Most people went the other way around. But yeah. I actually want to try the Necro. I think the Necro is probably the next on my list to try. I did Druid already to 100 on hardcore. That was pretty good. Druid was fun. But I'm trying to do like 1 class a season besides Barbarian. Leveling sucks. On the Barbarian or on the Necromancer? There, my bank there. Oh, and the Barber sucks. Yeah, it can do. It can do. If you get lucky with gear early on, you can have like you can have an absolute blast. But also like when I've almost forgotten what it was like to level the Barbarian initially because I've done it so many times now. Like I've really kind of like ironed out and perfected the process. You know what I mean? Right, so guys, I think I'm going to tie a knot in it here today. It's been an absolute blast. What a stream. Holy shit. So, crazy stylies. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to do a whole video on this build that I've been playing today. I'll be releasing it in a couple of hours time as well, so that's why I'm coming off a little bit early to get that done. And, well, typically this is usually like my half-day stream anyways, but it's been crazy. We had a lot of new people come in today. And for all of those you hung around from both raids, both Dioxide and also Sarah's, great to have you. Good to meet you. I'll be back at it tomorrow, so don't forget to drop a follow if you want to know when I come online. I'm going to go ahead and find somebody else to raid myself. Now, I don't see any of my regular... hosty toasty peopleinos. There's so many Koreans. Dude, I hate that I can't speak Korean because I live in Korea and there's loads of Korean streamers I'd love to like reach out to, but I can't fucking speak any Korean yet, or not enough. But I'm gonna try and find somebody to start watching.
They're not buffing.
Is his arm in a sling? Or is that a bag? Not too sure what that is. Hardcore though, filled with coffee and meds. I guess that is a broken arm. Necromancer hardcore.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks pretty good straight off the bat, so we'll go for this, guys. Oopsie daisy. If if you have any Dalkora emotes or anything like that, spam a couple of those like Dal points when we get in there, and
Alright, which way's quicker?
I'll meet you in
straight
there.
up.
But yeah, thanks again for today, and I'll catch all of you tomorrow. How the hell do you raid? I'm so bad at Twitch. Right, Fex Drew, right? Oh, this is another Drew? Got it. All right, boys. Take care, everybody. Behave yourselves. And I'll see you soon. The rate...
Alright,
I figured it out.
down. Another dung.
Right,
Another
take care,
dung
everyone.
down.
Cheers.
Those days are long past. Yeah, but it's popular though. That the Viking music is can be quite popular music. Oh wow, okay. That's insane. Dalkora, hi. Holy crap. That's this is actually quite insane. Dalkora, how are you tonight? Today, this morning, good morning. Man, this is incredible. How is everybody? Welcome, everybody and all the raiders. What's going on? Yeah, things are good. Things are good. Wow, did you just finish your stream? Holy crap! I need to quickly follow you before your name gets lost. Wowza! What's going on tonight? Oh man, thank you so much for the follow. That's insane. DB, thank you for the follow. And holy crap. Hi.
I've left myself
Hi
streaming.
everybody.